Come with me to Japan trip day 13. Our flight was supposed to leave at 11:30 a.m. Japan time. The plan was to leave the house around 7:30 a.m. and head to the airport. But because of the hurricane, or typhoon as they call it in Japan, moving through the mainland, our flight was delayed until 8:30 p.m., which meant something unexpected happened. I got extra time to spend with Nani, Gigi, and Uncle Kaz, and I wasn't complaining. We spent the whole day doing things that we've been doing throughout this trip. Piano lessons with Nani, goofing around with Uncle Kaz, dancing around the house because, well, I wanted to, ramen for lunch of course, and even another round of copycat. I felt so loved by Dad's family during this trip. It makes me sad that I only get to see them once a year. I wish I could spend more time with them. Before we knew it, it was time to start saying goodbye. The first goodbye was Uncle Kaz. Dad told me that this was the most fun he's ever had spending time with his brother. Nani and Gigi were coming to the airport with us, but Uncle Kaz was staying behind, so we had to say goodbye to him at the house. This was hard. Shortly after, Uncle Kaz sent us an incredible drawing. It was a Pokemon card that he drew of me and Dad. I think I saw Dad tear up a little. This card meant so much to him because it had captured so many moments from our trip together. And not just the big moments, the tiny details. Things that most people wouldn't even notice. Take a close look at the card and see how many details from our trip you can find. It's honestly amazing how much attention Uncle Kaz has paid to everything. The drive to the airport was surprisingly easy. There was almost no traffic. Gigi thought the typhoon probably kept a lot of people at home. When we got to the airport though, it was packed. So many flights had been delayed that the terminals were full of people waiting to leave. And then, before I knew it, it was time to say goodbye. I tried to be brave. I kept a smile on my face, but I was really sad. I love Nani and Gigi. Dad told me that one of his favorite things in the whole world is seeing how much they love spending time with me. He also said that saying goodbye gets harder every year. Sometimes it's difficult because not many people back home understand what it feels like to have family that lives so far away. I told him I understand, and that he can always tell me when he's sad. I think that made him smile. Our plan on the airplane was simple: stay awake. Since we were landing around 8:30 p.m. US time, I thought it would help just to adjust back to the time zone. But as you can probably guess, I fell asleep almost immediately after boarding. I was just too tired. We arrived back at John F. Kennedy International Airport around 9 p.m. The view from my seat as we started to descend was beautiful. And just like that, our Japan trip 2026 had come to an end. So many memories, so many laughs, so much good food. And so much time with my family that I will cherish forever. Thank you for following along on our adventure. And one last note before we go. Thank you guys so much for following along on this trip. I loved posting for you guys every day and it was just really fun. I'm back home now and just glad to be back because Japan was really fun and all. But at the end of the day, I was extremely homesick as I mentioned in some of the videos. I do miss Nani and Gigi and Uncle Kaz and all them. But I'm back home now with Mom and all my friends. And yeah, thanks guys. See you next time.